Hi everyone. Different version of the video without so much of the text. There's my controller, the SES System 3 that I'm using, and the Oxygen 49 that I'm also mapping. The SES 3, the picture didn't come out great. It controls effects, looping, vinyl, EQ, trigger, and then of course which deck you're in, as well as your transport controls there. And the middle section is the mixer. All I'm doing here is changing from effects to EQ, which you can also run the effects or the EQ on the top section there. And then the left deck, same as the other, controls the A and C. Now the Oxygen 49 got top, just the self-explanatory what they do. The top keys up there reset the EQ section in the mixer of whatever deck you're focused to. Down here I've got all the keys double mapped, or actually this section's triple mapped. You've got hot cues on the black keys and the white keys, and you've also got setting loops, beat mashers on the black keys, and all the keys have been mapped also when I punch another button to play like a loop like a synthesizer. And this section does my deck select, the browsing, and loading the decks. And on the end I've also done the hot cues for deck B and deck D, and as well as some slicers. I'm not quite done mapping there. Over in this section you'll see where it says X bass on a button and a knob. That's for a fading between the bass between two decks rather, and moving the our crossfader. Beep knob at the left is a super knob from Army of Me's video, which is link is in the description. And unwind just controls reverse grain to make it sound like you're winding the song down. Of course, this is effects slot 4 and all the controls for it, as well as the extra on-off for effects slot 1 and effects slot 3 with that one extra.
Here we go on a ride with the new Freestylers.
Okay, here you see I have effect 1 on and effects unit 1 set to toggle, and the same key is mapped to play pause for the device target, also to toggle. This is depending on your deck selection on which deck it's going to control, and it's for a chained effect in effect unit 1 with a beat masher in slot 1 and a delay in slot 2 already, and then the deck must be selected to use the button. Okay, to map the other button so you can control the effect slot 2, just use the same settings but map effect 2 on in chained effects in effects 1, and then of course map a play pause toggle in device target. Now this mapping's super simple. It's just something that took me a minute or two to figure out when I very first started mapping, and all it wanted to do was be able to run the beat masher and then bring the song right back in perfectly on time, and I just couldn't get the timing perfect hitting two buttons at once with the controllers that I had, so this solves that problem. And just be cautious that the play state and the effect slot state are where you want it before you hit the buttons to do this, because it just does the opposite each time you hit it. This mapping can be done in almost any controller. I just use the Oxygen 49 to map everything I can't do in the SES3. I like the way the SES3 is already set up and the way things are done, but then I can't really add my own customization to it because it requires BOEM's knowledge, which I don't have. Now, future videos, I'll cover some other things like the reverse grain super knob and the crossfader bass EQ swap that I've got. I think it's pretty neat. And also how to turn your keyboard into a actual keyboard to play small loops and stuff like a synthesizer. Alright, hope you enjoyed it.